Welcome in, everyone. I am Will Crawford. Alongside me today is my partner, Michael Harvey, for this matchup between Fort Zumwalt East High School and your Francis Howell Lady Vikings. Vikings coming in at 6-9, lost a tough one last night, 49-35 at Troy. On the other side, Fort Zumwalt East, they're coming off a big victory over Liberty, beat the Liberty Eagles 76-22, just a complete beatdown, Billy. And let's introduce these Eagles a little bit. You know, they have Yasmin Edmondson averaging 20 points per game and Cheyenne Green averaging almost 9 rebounds per game.
Yeah, the Lady Vikings are definitely going to have their hands full with this team. As you mentioned, Yasmin Edmondson's averaging 20 points a game. You can't beat those numbers. I mean, they got a very strong team, and they're definitely playing some good basketball. But at the end of the day, this Lady Vikings team, they can perform they can compete with everybody. I mean, they're coming off of a game last night, so they might be a little tired. But we got a Saturday afternoon basketball game, and I expect a lot of players to be performing their roles like they always do. They're a team group, and as long as you got everybody bought in, Libby Brewster definitely needs to be on her game. As you mentioned, Cheyenne Green's a rebound machine. So, you're going to need Libby Brewster under the basket and Lily Machado. You're going to need them all to come together, and I think we're going to have ourselves a good game today, for sure.
Yeah, the Vikings coming in definitely struggling, losing at Troy, losing the one before that. It's been a while since this team has gotten a victory, Michael. So it's definitely a victory that's needed going into districts next Saturday. Districts were announced today. I'll have those seedings coming up here shortly for you. But it's been some time, It's been since the 11th when they beat Timberland, but they're 1-5 in their last 5, So, this is a big game for the Vikings. I think if this is a victory for the Vikings, it gets them in the right momentum, especially with a big powerhouse, Francis Howell Central, coming in here on Monday. You want to get a big victory over the weekend before you have a good team like that coming in.
Yeah, I think you said it best with the momentum. That's a key word, If you can get a win here going into districts, that's a huge momentum booster. I mean, this is a strong team. They're gonna have their hands full, and this team competes with everybody. They took a tough loss last night, but this could be a huge momentum booster going into districts, 100%.
Districts are supposed to start next Saturday. The Vikings came out number 4th in the seeding. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll have national anthem and then your starters right after this break. You're listening to Lady Vikings basketball here on Howell Activities Network. Welcome back here at Francis Howell. High school starters being announced, starting with the Fort Zumwalt East. It's going to be Yasmin Edmondson, number 33, Cheyenne Green, number 25, Aaliyah Green, number 35, Tylea Williams, and then number 2, Megan Albers. On the other side, it's going to be the same starting 5 as we've pretty much seen all year long. Number 2, Ashley Martin. Number 3, Gracie Wilkinson. Number 4, Ashley Fitzgerald. Number 24, Libby Brewster. They're averaging 15 points per game is Libby. And then, of course, Lily Machado doing the work underneath the basket for the Lady Vikings. And all 5 of those starters are going to need to have a big game to even want to try to pull this one out here today.
As mentioned, they're going to have their hands full today for sure. This is a strong Fort Zumwalt East team for sure, and but you know this team always competes with everybody. I mean, they took a tough loss last night, but whenever they play together as a team, they really get things going, and they're very effective defensively and offensively. So I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, we've mentioned it all year long, Michael, that when these girls definitely do play as a team and play together and play hard, there's no one they can't compete with. You know, Holt, one of the best teams in the area, they competed with them down right to the wire. They almost beat Francis Howell Central at Howell Central with 2 of the best players in the area, with 2 girls going to D2 school, and Gracie Stuger and Sophia Tweedy. And then, you know, they've just competed with schools after schools, and you know, they almost beat MICDS earlier in the year when MICDS is obviously a powerhouse girls team. So this is definitely a team that can pull out any victory when it goes right down to the wire. There is the tip-off and a win to start this one for the East. Here it is inside underneath. There is right to start off the bat, Edmondson, and just like that, Fort Zumwalt East takes a 2-0 lead.
You know, that's not going to be all we're going to be hearing from that name, I have a feeling, tonight. She's a strong player, and she really works hard for those baskets, as you saw getting out the gate early.
Here's Libby in the paint. She's going to bring it back out, though. Gives it to Molly Fitzgerald. We were talking about district seeds. Number 1 is Howell Central. Number 2, Howell North. Number 3, Fort Zumwalt West. And number 4, Our Lady Vikings. And number 5, Fort Zumwalt North. So that is what it's looking like to be in the seedings going forth for the Lady Vikings. That's taken away by Molly Fitzgerald. She's all alone, goes up easy with the layup, but ties this game right back up.
One thing you have to do against a team like this, you have to capitalize on those mistakes, and that's what they did coming out the gate early.
And just like that, another basket for East. So it's 2-4, just getting started here at Howell High School. Wilkinson on that left wing, inside the Machado. Machado jump shot, no good. It's going the other way for the East Lions. Now, that's a jump shot from Liddell. And it's going to be 2 shots as she was fouled. And it's going to be a foul on Libby Brewster. So Liddell going to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Gets the second one to go as well. Makes it a 4-point lead here early for the East Lions. Here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to make something happen. Gets it inside to Machado. Back to the corner goes to Brewster. Brewster jump shot, no good. Maybe a force there by Libby. Here come the East Lions, full steam ahead. Edmondson going straight to the basket. Not able to get the ball to go in, but she is going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. And that one's going to go on Molly Fitzgerald.
Although it is early, you do have to watch your fouls against a team like this, you know. I mean, they're going to have a lot of opportunities, so you have to kind of watch what you do.
Edmondson misses the first one. Gets her second opportunity here. Takes a couple dribbles. Up and no good on that one either, but Leo Green able to get the rebound and puts it right back in. Makes it 8-2 here early. Just 2 minutes in this one. There's now Wilkinson. Wilkinson thought about the three, didn't take it, gets it to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald back out to Wilkinson in the corner to Martin. Inside it goes to Brewster. Brewster back out to Martin. Martin for long two, no good. And Fitzgerald going to get called with, no, it's going to be a travel call by Tylea Williams as she was maybe moving a little too much, and head coach of the Lions, Kyle Brown, disagreeing with the call. Wilkinson finds Brewster, and there's Brewster right underneath, and Brewster's automatic pretty much going up with that one.
Yeah, I mean, she loves that, you know, under the basket shot, like you said, almost automatic essentially. You got to capitalize on those travel calls, and that's what they did. That's a huge, huge basket there.
Here it goes inside to Green. Green not able to get it to go. Good defense by Machado. Here's Martin. Martin to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Martin. Martin going to go outside to Wilkinson. Wilkinson for the three. That's in and out. Rebound to Machado. Machado back up, not fouled somehow. So it looked like she definitely was. Goes to Wilkinson, to Brewster, to Martin. Martin now up with it. That's good from Ashley Martin. Makes it 6-8.
You know, I mentioned earlier, Lily Machado has to be a huge presence under the basket. She's going to have a big job cut out for her today, and that's a huge rebound to get it, to dish it off to Martin there for the points.
Here it goes inside to Williams. Taken away, though, by Wilkinson. Here comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Martin. Martin, she's going to go up with it. No, able to get the shot, but it is going to go off of a, well, to be off of a Lion, but they're going to say it is Lions ball. The ref also yelled, yeah, and he also yelled white and then pointed toward the Lions. So, not sure if he actually knew where that one's going. Nonetheless, it is going the Lions' way. Here's inside to Edmondson. Edmondson up with a good defense right there, but that was Williams trying to save it. She dribbled out of bounds, and it's going the other way for the Vikings. So maybe ball don't lie there, and that's a good defensive possession for the Lady Vikings. Halfway through this first quarter, Saturday afternoon basketball here at the H. Here's Fitzgerald to Wilkinson. Inside to Brewster. Brewster makes a move, goes up with it, no good. Willie Machado, though, she's going to go back up with it. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line for two.
As mentioned earlier, you know, we're going to need Lily Machado today for sure, because she's going to have a lot of workload for sure. And she did well getting the rebound there, drawing the foul.
First one's up and good from Lily Machado. That's a big free throw, and we're going to need a lot of those here today. And yeah, I think, Michael, maybe it's not always the best idea to foul, but you definitely, if you're Machado today, you really don't want to worry about them, because if you don't use your body today, you're not going to have any success underneath the bucket. So misses that second free throw, makes it still a Lion 1-point lead, and that's going to go off of Machado. It's intended for Edmondson, but not a good pass from Williams. Now checking in for the first time is Haley Morgan, the freshman for the East Lions. Haley Morgan is only listed as 5'1" on the roster, but she's one of the better shooters on this team, and there's Edmonds, obviously one of the better shooters as well. Makes it to a 3-point lead. That was a takeaway by Edmondson. She goes up for the layup, no good. Right though, there to follow her though was Jalen Head, and that makes it a 5-point game for the East Lions. Vikings doing okay right now, not turning the ball over. They got to keep up with it. Brewster goes up with it. She gets it right underneath the basket and up and in. Back to a 3-point game. Looked like Libby caught an elbow to the face while going up with that. No call. Gonna stick with the East Lions though. Here's now Edmondson underneath, blocked by Machado, and it's going the other way. Here's now Wilkinson found underneath, wide open, not able to finish though. Wide open layup missed, and then she's gonna get called with the push foul, and it's gonna be going the other way for the Lions.
Did a great job finding Wilkinson under the basket there. Just was short on that basket though.
So So Leo Liddell back into the game, checking in for Jalen Head. Morgan turns it over there, does Liddell, and now it's going back for the Lady Vikings. Here's Brewster. Brewster, she's going to shoot the three. That's too much. Rebound goes to William Machado, hands it to Fitzgerald, and then Brewster gets pretty much ran over there. Michael, I'm not sure where you think on that shot, but it definitely looked like maybe Brewster got a little ran over there.
Definitely looked like there was some contact on that play.
Still no call on it, and Coach Altidge definitely upset about it, as he should be. Checking in now is number 12, Lindsey Williams for the Lady Vikings for Ashley Martin. It's the first substitution all game right now for the Lady Vikings. And Edmondson tries to save it, not able to, or barely able to. And it's Lions ball, good job that time by Edmondson. Must have been tipped by a East Lion, and that's why Edmondson had to save it like that. Williams goes up with it, maybe got a piece of it, but still good. Good bucket, makes it 9-14. Vikings have had their looks underneath and just not able to finish a couple of them just like that, and it's going to go off of an East Lion, and it's going to stick with the Vikings. Checking back in is Jalen Head for Tylea Williams. Here's Brewster. Brewster in the corner to Wilkinson. Wilkinson fakes a shot, baseline jumper, that's up, that's no good. Going the other way to the Lions. Here's Edmondson. Edmondson makes a move, good step, and it's going to be an easy bucket for Edmondson. Makes it 9-16 with 1:20 to go here in the first quarter.
Without hesitation, she got the rebound, found Edmondson right down the lane there, and it was a pretty easy basket. This is a very solid team.
Here's Fitzgerald, back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson trying to find something, trying to get some movement. Gives it back to Fitzgerald. That's a three, that's up, that's no good though. And another no rebound from the team, and trying to call a jump ball. No travel call, good job that time, and it's gonna be stepped out of bounds. And I think Liddell should have maybe just let that one go, and it definitely would have been East Lion ball, because it looked like it would have went off of Fitzgerald, but nonetheless, it is gonna be Viking ball as Liddell tried to save it here on the near baseline.
Molly Fitzgerald with a great defensive effort there.
Here's Wilkinson over to Fitzgerald. Back to Wilkinson it goes. Less than a minute to go now here in the first quarter. Here goes Brewster. Brewster, she's going to make a drive, goes back up with it. Cross court to Wilkinson. Wilkinson fakes the shot. She's going to lay it up. That's no good. She's going to get fouled and go to the line for two. First one's up for Wilkinson. That's good. Wilkinson's first point of the night. Checking in now is Zora Williams for Libby Brewster. Second one up. That's good for Wilkinson. So two clean free throws there for the Lady Viking, and gets the Vikings within just 5 points now with less than 30 seconds to go.
It's one thing that has to be a big part of today's game is you have to make your free throws against this team. You have to capitalize on the opportunities that you have.
Now, here's Head, tries to go inside, not able to handle it was Liddell. And it's going the other way with maybe 12 seconds to go, and another shot opportunity to maybe pull in within just a couple here to end the first quarter. Here's now Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Wilkinson. 6 seconds now. Back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going to drive in. She's going to go up with it. She lays it up. No good. Rebound, though, to the East Lions, and that's where we'll end here at the end of one. The Vikings kind of quiet on the offensive side. Doing some good things, though, on the defensive side. Holding a really good team. It's only 16 points in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll have the second quarter action here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here, start of quarter 2. Michael Harvey alongside me. I'm Will Crawford to start the second quarter. It's Wilkinson, Fitzgerald, Lindsey Williams, Zora Williams, and Lily Machado. So a big lineup right now for the Lady Vikings. Here it is. Machado underneath, goes up with it, too strong. Off the backboard it goes, and then good offense there from Zora, trying to get the ball back, able to. She's trapped, gets it to Wilkinson, inside to Machado. Back out, it goes to Fitzgerald. Now here's Machado. She loses handle of it. Not sure. They are going to call a jump ball, and it is going to be flying ball. So Machado not able to control on that one. Loses her footing, and it's going to the East Lions.
As you mentioned, though, on that offensive rebound there, that's a great team offensive rebound because you really got to work against this team. They have a lot of good, strong rebounders on this team, and they really work together to get that one.
And that shot is up, and that is good. And that's a 3 from Williams. Makes it up to an 8-point lead now for the East Lions, their biggest of the day. Here's now Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald inside to Lindsey, inside to Machado, too high though. It's going to be another turnover for the Vikings. Now head, cross-court heave to Williams. Williams for the 3 again, and nothing but net. 2 clean threes from Williams, and that's going to draw a timeout from head coach Andrew Altidge. It's going to be a full timeout with 6:36 to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here at the H. 11-22 is the score. Back-to-back three-pointers from Tylea Williams made head coach Andrew Altidge call the timeout, and still no Libby Brewster right now. She's still on the bench, hasn't appeared in the quarter. She did take a hard shot to the face in that last quarter, but seemed okay. Here's now Fitzgerald driving up with it. That's good. Molly Fitzgerald now makes it back to only a 9-point lead.
It's a strong point to get all coming off of the timeout there, and as you mentioned, Talia Williams is definitely feeling her shot right now, and you know, that's a strong point to get coming off the timeout, and that's what you got to do.
Here it is inside to Edmondson. Edmondson just jump shot. That's flat, no good. Going the other way, it goes to the Lady Vikings. Here it goes to Fitzgerald, cross court. Molly Fitzgerald maybe trying to look for a move, can't get it, gives it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Wilkinson. Here goes inside Fitzgerald. She's going to get hit hard that time. It looked by on Williams. See if that's the one called with it. It is going to be number 25, Aaliyah Liddell. It's going to be her first. Didn't even seem like Liddell was really in there on the play, but she's the one called with the foul. We'll take it either way. First free throw up. Too much on it, no good. Still 5:39 to go here in the first half. Second one is up, and that one is good though. For Molly Fitzgerald, makes it 14-22, 8-point game. Fitzgerald there trying to take it away. Too high of a pass. Inside wide open is Green. She goes up with it, and the big Green puts it back to a 10-point lead. There's a try by Lindsey Williams, not able to get it to go. Zora, oh, it's going to be a travel call there. Definitely thought it was maybe a foul coming against Zora Williams. Nonetheless, good job there by Zora to make sure.
Now here's a very important possession for this Howell Lady Vikings team here, because you're coming off of a travel, you're down a little bit. Let's get some points and cut it within 10.
So the district games were announced earlier this morning. These Lady Vikings will be playing a week from today here at the H. They'll be taking on Fort Zumwalt North at 11 a.m. Fort Zumwalt North having a struggling season, so should be a good matchup. And then winner of that game goes on to play Francis Howell Central on March 2nd at 6 p.m. Howell Central, good team. We'll see them later this week. We'll actually see them on Monday night here at the H, and it'll be a good preview to see what hopefully comes for these Lady Vikings. And that's going to look to be off of an east line. Nonetheless, it's not. Checking in for the first time will be Julie Steiger for Molly Fitzgerald.
I think this is a huge substitution here, bringing in a little bit of defensive presence here with Julie Steiger.
Here's Edmondson. She's going to try to go up that. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 22, Zora Williams. That's her first personal, 14th foul.
So checking in now. It's going to be number 49, Ashley Rusthoven, and number 5, Haley Morgan. So 2 freshmen coming into play here for the East Lions, up by 10 with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Edmondson's second one up, no good. Rebound goes to Williams and the Vikings, but she's going to be traveling it, not able to collect her feet as Rusthoven, definitely a little bigger than her. Williams caught a piece of Rusthoven, trying to collect her feet, not able to, travels with it. So turnover there for the Vikings. Now it's 3-on-5 basketball for the Lions. Edmondson goes up with it, and there is a rebound to Machado. Machado gives it to Zora Williams. Zora Williams making a move, goes up with it, too much. Rebound goes the other way to the East Lions. 2-on-1, Edmondson goes up with it, that's too much. Head though, the 5-1 head, or Haley Morgan, excuse me, trying to make some motion happen. She's able to, and she'll reset here. And what a job that time by Haley Morgan, just 5'1", able to get that rebound.
Plays like she's 6 foot though. I tell you what, she has a strong offensive effort to get that rebound there, and really worked for that one.
So it's going to be a jump ball. Good job by Julie Steiger. So it's going the other way for the Vikings. Machado in the paint outside to Williams on the left wing. It goes to Wilkinson. To the right wing to Steiger inside Machado. Machado up with it, not able to get it to go. So Machado's jump shot's just not falling today. And now here is Morgan over to Liddell. Liddell somehow didn't travel with it, able to collect her feet and finds a wide open Edmondson. Makes it to a 12-point lead here with 2:38 to go in the first half. Here's Wilkinson. She's going to take it herself. Not able to get it to go. Rebound to Rusthoven, a 5'10" freshman. Here's Morgan. Morgan gets the pass from Williams, goes back to Williams, but Zora Williams for the Vikings gets the foul, and then it's going to be Lily Machado going to the bench. Checking in as well is going to be number 42, Megan Illingworth, and number 4, Molly Fitzgerald. So a big platoon switch here for the Lady Vikings.
Definitely, you bring in Illingworth, who will have a strong presence under the basket, which is what you need against a team like this.
Good job that time by Brewster to knock that one out of bounds. And Illingworth, just a sophomore, you know, a lot of young talent on this team, and she's doing a fantastic job to start here in this season, getting those minutes that she deserves.
Checking back in for the Lions, number 25, Aaliyah Liddell.
So Haley Morgan had to come out. Looked like she still had some earrings in. So checking in for her will be Liddell. Inside it goes to Edmondson. Edmondson loses her feet, kind of just runs straight into Illingworth, and Illingworth kept her feet, and it's going to be Lady Viking ball.
Any opportunity that you get to disrupt this offense, because they do a great job moving the ball, is a great defensive possession, 100%.
And Edmond's going to get called with the push foul there when she had her hands straight up. Interesting call. But we'll take it as well. That's going to be the 4th team foul for the East Lions. Only 5 for the Lady Vikings. Down by 12. These are important possessions going into the break. Here's Illingworth, definitely over the back call by Williams. And Williams, not sure if she was just upset with herself, but she looked upset over the call. And I don't know about you, Michael. I thought that was definitely a good call.
That one definitely looked a little clear. There's no getting away from that one, you know. But she definitely didn't look too pleased with it.
Here's Fitzgerald. She's going to throw it up. That's no good. Here come back the East Lions. Back into the game is Haley Morgan. Gives it over to the right side to Jalen Head. Head for 3, no good. And it's going to be, see who they called a foul on. It's going to be a foul on Fitzgerald with the pit push. That's going to be her 3rd of the game. So she'll be getting some time. On the bench, unfortunately, checking in for her will be Ashley Martin. There's a pass to Head. Gives it in time to Edmondson. Edmondson jump shot. That's up. That's no good. Good job by Illingworth. A hand in the face. Back to Liddell, though. Liddell to Williams. Brewster, and he's going to call a timeout. Didn't really see as if anyone had possession, but a good defensive possession that time from the Lady Vikings. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here with the rest of the second quarter here on Howell Activities. Back here at the H, 1:28 to go here in the first half. 16-28 is the score in favor of the East Lions. There's a pass in bounds to Williams, into the corner to Liddell, back to Williams. Williams, deep 3, able to get it up, no good. Rebound to Steiger. Here comes now Martin. Martin, she's 2-on-1. She's just going to throw it up. Not able to get it. It's going to go off of Illingworth and the other way to the East Lions.
You know, although it's a 12-point deficit right now, they have been holding them for the last couple possessions, which is a huge plus for this team, 100% going into half.
Yeah, definitely need some offensive momentum, but to get back into a game like this, you have to play defense, and that's exactly what they're doing. Here's Liddell. Liddell over to Head. Head tries to get it to Rusthoven, and it's going to go off of Illingworth and stick with the East Lions. Inbounds to Edmondson. Brewster able to get the takeaway there. Brewster going up against Edmondson, not able to get the layup to go, and it's going to be a foul on Martin. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity now, as that's going to be the 7th team foul against the Vikings. So it's bonus time with less than a minute to go here in the first half.
The Lions shooting 1 in the bonus, 21, Yasmin Edmondson.
So So Yasmin Edmondson getting her first one. Checking in is Haley Morgan. Not able to get that one to go is Edmondson. Brewster with the rebound. Gets it to Wilkinson. Here's now Martin. Back to Wilkinson. Back to Martin. Just trying to get some motion underneath the basket between Brewster and Illingworth. Brewster now going up against double teamed, and Haley Morgan able to take that one away, and just a struggling offensive start here for the Lady Vikings here in the second quarter. That one's up by Williams, no good. Williams able to get it back, see who they called a foul on. If it's on Brewster, it is going to be on Tylea Williams. No, they're calling on Brewster. It looked like he pointed at Williams.
Questionable call there, as it looks like it was kind of a mutual contact there.
It definitely looked like Williams was the one pointing at two for the call. So the 1-on-1 opportunity is up, no good. Rebound to Machado. Here's Steiger. Steiger now going to slow it down, go up with it though. Not able to get it to go though, as they were held to only 5 points in that quarter. Makes it a 16-28 score going into the half, and definitely needs something to happen during halftime if you're head coach Altidge, with how the offensive performance has been thus far.
You know, I mentioned it just a second ago. Although it's a 12-point deficit, they really played strong defense. They held them scoreless for a solid 3 minutes, and that's one thing that you can build off of there. You know, points will come. You have to have a stronger quarter. Obviously, you can't have those 5-point quarters, but they really did a strong defensive effort there.
Yeah, definitely. So it's 16-28 here at the half. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll have your halftime report here right after this quick break. You're listening to Viking Basketball here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here at the H at halftime, 16-28 is the score. Only 2 baskets in that second quarter for the Lady Vikings. Some other news, though, for your Lady Vikings. The districts were announced on next Saturday here at home. They'll be hosting Fort Zumwalt North at 11 a.m. Then go on to take Francis. The winner of that game goes on to take Francis Howell Central March 2nd at 6 p.m. at Howell Central. That will be a tough one for either team, whoever is the winner of that outcome. Whoever's in that district, they have a tough one with Francis Howell Central and Francis Howell North, as Francis Howell North has, of course, Isabel De La Rue, who just scored over 1,000 points this year. On the boys' side, no matter what, we thought their season was so great. They're 15-3 going into the last week of the season. They have a couple games that are definitely winnable on their side coming up this week, but somehow they are the second seed in this district, going up as Fort Zumwalt North got that 1 seed. Fort Zumwalt North 20-2 on the season, only 2 losses against U City and Fort Zumwalt South at Fort Zumwalt South. That's a big rivalry game between the South Bulldogs and the North Panthers, and we've seen that game in football. Me and you have, Michael, and those are 2 good teams though, and Fort Zumwalt North doing work on the basketball court as well. They have a great star in KJ Lee, one of the bigger scorers in the area. Everyone thinks about the St. Louis kids, as they deserve to, and everyone thinks about our own Sam Thompson, but KJ Lee is definitely a quiet guy here in St. Charles County. But Francis Howell taking on Francis Howell Central March 3rd at 6 p.m., and that's not going to be an easy one for the Vikings. I'm not sure if you were here, though, for that one, Michael, but the Vikings struggled kind of against the Central Spartans here at home. The last time those teams played, it was a close game, but on the other end, you got to think of what happened at home, or at Howell Central just a couple weeks ago, when the Vikings definitely put in the work on the Spartans.
100%. Although they are getting that 2 seed, I think that's nothing but motivation for that boys team. In a way, you're kind of feeling disrespected, but you know what? They'll build from that. I think that's nothing but motivation. That Fort Zumwalt North team is a very strong team, as you mentioned. KJ Lee, he's a great player. But you know what? That's nothing but motivation for this team. A team like that, they're going off of momentum right now, and they're rolling, and that's a bad team to be messing with right now, 100%.
Yeah, our boys have not lost since January 5th, so our boys are definitely doing some work right now, especially with a big win last night on senior night. It was great to watch that, and they're not even, the games kind of seem close. Their last close game, you would maybe think at Fort Zumwalt West, when they won by just a couple points due to Sam Maddox's clutch free throws, but with getting back their big man Sam Thompson, it's definitely a team that I'd put against any team in the state right now.
Yeah, you add that Sam Thompson factor into any team. That's a huge factor to add into, because he can shoot, he can rebound, and he can also, you see him under the bucket. He does it all. That's a dangerous team to be messing with, as I mentioned before.
And then 2 nights ago, with David Trupiano at Troy, he had 23 points for the Vikings in that one at Troy, when the Vikings won in overtime. Fortner scoring more than 10 points per game, and they're doing really good right now, the Vikings men's team are. And of course, you got Booker Simmons, and I put this on Twitter last night, Michael, and the Vikings men's team, they have 2 sets of starters. They have a starting lineup on the court, and then they have another set of starters that sit the bench, just waiting for their time to be subbed in.
Last game, in the Francis Howell game, and me and Billy were talking at halftime, missing Thompson kind of gave them an opportunity to establish their team. It gave everybody an opportunity to establish their role, and it almost benefited the team, because they all got a sense of their need for the team, and you really see it now. Everybody's carrying their own weight. It's a very cool thing to see, 100%.
So the Lady Vikings back here at the H are down by 12, but something I could guarantee you that Coach Altidge is going to see from his girls is they could be down 82-16 right now instead of 28-16. These girls won't quit on him, and I guarantee you that Coach Altidge in his head right now thinks there's a possibility that these girls can win this game right now.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, a huge plus to take out of that that second quarter, although they were limited on their scoring, they had a great defensive effort. I mean, they held them scoreless throughout the last 3 minutes of that quarter, and hopefully it can carry on here. You know, they definitely have to start making some noise offensively, but defensively they've definitely been sound in this game.
There is a defensive takeaway there. Here comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald lays it up, hits the bottom of the rim, no good, and going back the other way. So it is the same 5 as the starters, and as it's Lily Machado, Ashley Martin, Molly Fitzgerald, Libby Brewster, and Gracie Wilkinson. And so it is a loud bench here to start the second half for the Lady Vikings. You'll love to see that. There's another opportunity for Lady Vikings. Machado is trying to move around from Liddell and gets caught with the travel call. And some breaking news as well is Audrey McDonald for the Lady Vikings wrestling team won her second match. She pinned her opponent in 54 seconds in the semifinals, and she's a sectional finalist and a state qualifier. So no matter what sport it is, it seems like here at the H, there's someone doing something great for the Vikings.
Francis Howell has a great tradition in athletics. I mean, you see it in baseball, wrestling. You see it all over the place.
Free throws up, and that is good. That foul there went up against Lily Machado, her first of the game. Makes it up to a 13-point lead. That one no good, but Edmondson just went right around Wilkinson, made a move, looked like she was going away from it, but went right back to the bucket, was able to put that one up and in. Makes it 31-16. Here's Libby. Libby makes a move. She's going to lay it up. That's good from Brewster. Makes it 18-31 here early into the third quarter. Here's now Martin. Maybe got a push on that one. Took it. No call. Here's Liddell, though. Liddell inside to Williams. Williams not able to control it as it just hit her right off her head, and it's going the other way as all she could do is smile. Here's Brewster. Brewster outside to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with the jump shot. That's up. Too much on it. Rebound is going to look like it's going to go to the East Lions, and it's going to be Machado's her second foul. So it's going to be Brewster with 2 fouls, Machado now with 2, and Fitzgerald with 3. So definitely don't want to get in too much foul trouble if you are the Lady Vikings. And that's going to be taken away by Martin. Here comes Martin. She goes up with it. She gets it up and in. Ashley Martin makes it back to an 11-point game for the Vikings.
And that's a play where it all comes together. You know, Ashley Martin gets the steal and then capitalizes on her own steal. That's a huge momentum boost for this team.
So it's 20-31, 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Brewster underneath. Brewster makes a move. She's going to be blocked by Edmondson and hits the floor hard. And it's going to be Viking ball still as it went out on Edmondson. No foul called, though, against Edmondson as it was just a all-ball call. Here it goes outside to Martin. Cross court it goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, she's going to be blocked again by Edmondson. So Edmondson doing work underneath the block. We talked about how Green does her work with the blocks and rebounds and how, you know, Edmondson's the scorer. There's a jump shot from Machado. No good. Rebound to Brewster. Brewster gets her rebound. No good. So Brewster makes it back to a 9-point game. Vikings coming alive here in the third quarter.
Cutting it within 10 is a huge step against a team like this.
And that's going to be hit by Machado, and it's a fight underneath the basket. Jump ball being called, and it's going to be going towards the Vikings. So Brewster playing with some intensity here in the second half, and that's going to be a timeout by head coach Kyle Brown of the Lady Vikings. Lady Vikings on a run right now. It's 22-31 with 5:23 to go here in the third quarter, so we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball here on the Howell. 22-31, 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. Vikings on a run. Trying to get back in this one, only down by 9 now. Wilkinson makes a move. She's going to go up with it. That's too much. Misses it. It's going the other way. Here's now Haley Morgan. Morgan, and that's taken away by Martin again. Martin going to get called with the travel. Not sure what she's supposed to do on that one, so can't really blame that one on Ashley Martin, as that was a good job by Liddell just to put her body in front of Martin to make the travel happen. That's just a good basketball play there from the East Lions.
You know, going into half, we were mentioning the defensive effort, and the offensive effort is definitely starting to come together here in this third quarter. That's a huge step for this team.
Good job that time by Wilkinson. Let's go straight up. That's a three, though, from head. That's up. That's no good. And it was Liddell able to poke it away, but Brewster able to collect the loose ball. 4:30 to go here. Intensity coming up. Wilkinson thought about the three. Passes out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's going to collect some body. She gets the shot up. She's going to go to the line for 2.
You know, we mentioned it earlier in this game. This is a huge opportunity to capitalize on these free throws, and this could really cut the deficit 100%.
Put the deficit at 7. First one's up. That's good from Molly Fitzgerald. You could kind of see some confidence running through the Vikings right now, too. Second one's up. That one's good as well from Molly Fitzgerald. Sub coming in. That's going to be Yasmin Edmondson. So 24-31, 4:20 to go. Vikings right now are on an 8-3 run to start this quarter. And that's going to be taken away by Libby Brewster. Brewster going up with it. It's not going to be a foul. It is going to be a foul, so Brewster is going to go to the line for 2. Good job that time by Libby Brewster. That's going to be Williams' second of the game. Already the second team for the East Lions. Vikings also have 2 on their side. First one from Brewster's up and good. Something the Vikings have definitely done well this afternoon is hit those free throws. Second one's up and good from Brewster as well.
You know, I didn't want to see an announcer's jinx on that one.
I had to knock on the table here, knock on some wood to make sure it didn't happen. Now only up to a 5-point deficit, and there is a steal from Libby Brewster. Brewster gonna try to make a move. She spins around, she gets it up, and that's in. Libby Brewster puts it to within 3. What a start to this second half for the Lady Vikings. 12 points already in the quarter with 3:47 to go still.
Really putting the game in her hands on this third quarter. As you can see, that senior mentality coming in. She was upset going into half, and she's really stepping up on this quarter, and you can see it.
Here's now Haley Morgan. Haley Morgan, she's going to drive in, goes up against Machado. That's up. That's good from Haley Morgan. That's the first bucket in quite some time for the East Lions, but isn't that crazy? You see a little Haley Morgan, 5'1", doing work in the
all
paint,
over the court,
making some room for herself, and that's almost a turnover, and that's going to be a jump ball, and see some frustration flying through the East Lions, and if you're the Lady Vikings, you love to see it.
Definitely. You know, this team is almost breaking down this defense, and they're playing their game defensively. You see it every time you see them play a team. They always stay sound, and they always stay organized defensively, and this offense is finally clicking today.
So here's Edmondson. Edmondson against Wilkinson. Edmondson makes a good move, and that's nothing much you can do there by Yasmin. Edmondson just doing fantastic work in the paint against Wilkinson. It's back up to a 7-point lead. Here's Machado underneath. She gets it up to go. No. Back to a 5-point deficit for the Vikings. So it's 30-35. 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. Jalen Head bringing it across court. Someone we haven't seen hit the bench yet today is Gracie Wilkinson. She plays a bulk of them minutes. Here it's poked away from Wilkinson. And there is Wilkinson. She's going to have it. She's got numbers 2-on-1. Is she going to be fouled? No, it's going to be hit off of her knee. No foul called. And it's going to be substitutions coming. It's going to be Zora Williams and Julie Steiger for the Lady Vikings.
It's one great part about this team is they're very deep defensively. You know, you bring in a player like Williams and Steiger, both very strong defensively, and that's a huge asset about this team.
And then here comes Head. Head thought about going straight in, going to stop, back out to it goes to Liddell. 5-point lead still for the Vikings. Liddell gets a screen, and it's going to be a push by Edmondson. Definitely saw it. I'm always iffy with those screen calls because you never know, but Edmondson definitely laid an elbow into it, and it's going to be Viking basketball here.
Yeah, that one was definitely sold pretty well there.
Steiger inside to Brewster. Brewster to Williams. Williams with the jump shot. No good. Follows her shot, though. Able to collect it. And then just hands it right off to the East Lions. It's going to the other way for Fort Zumwalt East.
Yeah, it just loses her handle on that ball.
And here it is. Steiger able to collect the loose ball, though. Steiger trying to find something with it. Couldn't find Wilkinson, and definitely a timeout called by Coach Altidge. He was calling for it. He was running down. He was at the far end of the bench, ran all the way down to the near end, calling a timeout, and he finally got it. And head coach Kyle Brown of the East Lions definitely did not like that call, but good call there by the refs here.
That's a coach's effort right there on getting that timeout. You know, he saw that his player had it in her hands. He ran to make sure that he got that timeout, and that's a huge call from the coach there.
Yeah, still a minute 28 to go in this quarter, and what a start of a quarter it is for the Lady Vikings. You see the effort just is totally different. I said, you know, something has to change while you're in a halftime, going into halftime, and oddly something did because the bench is alive for the Lady Vikings. The Lady Vikings are alive, and obviously Coach Altidge is right there with them. He's alive. He's looking like a track star on the court right now, running and calling that timeout, and that's a smart coaching move as well. So we always talk about how smart Coach Jacob is on the boys' side, and of course Coach Altidge is as well.
Very effective move on the coach's part there, and you know he's always active, no matter what the score is, no matter where the team's at. That's a huge part about this team is he gets them to buy in. I think this whole team buys in, and whenever they play as a group, you see it on the court, and they really show their potential 100%.
So 30 to 35, minute 28 to go here in the third quarter. Wilkinson trying to make a move. Wilkinson, she's going to go up. She's going to get fouled. She's going to go to the line for two and make it maybe a one-possession game. Wilkinson's first one's up, and that's good. So 31-35, 1:18 to go here in the third. Second one up, too short. Rebound, though, goes to Yasmin Edmondson. And it's going to be poked away, and it didn't even look like Steiger touched it. And it's going to go off, though. It looked of Steiger. And it was not even the ref right next to the ball that called it there. It was the one all the way down here on our near side on the baseline that called that off of Steiger. So interesting placement call there, and maybe that is the correct call for who to call it. And there's Edmondson once again to get that one up and in. So here's Steiger inside to Machado, back to Steiger it goes. Steiger trying to find something that's going to be called with the travel. Going to stick with the East Lions. So definitely something the Vikings cannot do is fold here less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Here goes Williams. Williams throws it up. That's good. From Tylea Williams. It's now back to an 8-point game. 45 seconds to go here in the third.
That is one dangerous part about this East team is they really find a great way to distribute the ball offensively. You know, you have Tylea Williams, you have Cheyenne Green, you also have Yasmin Edmondson, that goes without saying. but they do a great job offensively distributing the ball.
So it's going to be a jump ball. Vikings get the jump ball with 24 seconds to go. So another opportunity coming for the Lady Vikings. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Edmondson. Goes inside to Steiger. Steiger trying to find something, going to drive on the baseline. Outside it goes to Williams. Williams with the jump shot, no good. Rebound goes to Leo Machado. Machado gives it to Brewster. Brewster up with it, no good on that shot either. So an empty long possession there for the Lady Vikings. Here comes Williams. Williams goes up with it, no good. It's going to go off, look to be off of Cheyenne Green. And it's going to be going. Vikings have 1.8 seconds to go here in the quarter. Last shot opportunity definitely for the Lady Vikings. Gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, half-court heave up, no good, just wide right. And that's where we'll end the third quarter. So despite a kind of a fold there in the last 30 seconds of the quarter, still Vikings did some great work. Up, only now down 39-31. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Vikings basketball here on the Howell. Back here at the H. Michael, you were just telling me let's have ourselves a fourth quarter here, and that's when the Vikings have really done their best here throughout the midseason and early season. And that's where they need to be big here, and that's going to be a push, or a block, I should say, on Machado. Looked like Machado held her feet strong and was straight up with it, but it's going to be her third foul of the game, and it's going to go to the line for two. Does Tylia Williams.
Tylia Williams definitely did a great job drawing that foul, 100%.
31-39, misses the first one. Second one up, that one is good though. Back to a 9-point game it goes. So that was a great quarter by the Lady Vikings. They scored 20 points in just 8 minutes. That's more than the whole 16 they did in the first half. Wilkinson, she makes a drive, she goes up, and that just rolls around. Brewster with the offensive rebound, though. Makes it 33-40.
Yeah, Wilkinson with a little bit of an in and out there, it almost looked like, but did a great job getting that rebound and getting it in.
So now it's going to be right taken away, as it was taken away by Brewster, but it was right back it goes to the East Lions, and Brewster now called with a foul.
Foul to call there. Had a great defensive effort, and it didn't look like there was too much contact draw, but
so it's 4 fouls apiece now for each team. Edmondson misses the first one.
Struggling from the line today, surprisingly.
Yeah, the East Lions are usually one of the better free throw shooter teams in the area, but definitely struggling right now. Second one's up, that one's no good either. Brewster doing her great job underneath the basket. Wilkinson, excuse me, calling over Fitzgerald, goes back to Wilkinson. Back to Wilkinson, over to Fitzgerald, inside to Machado. Machado back to Martin. Martin jump shot, that's up, no good, too much. Rebound to Edmondson. And that's definitely looked like a push-off off Edmondson, but no call, and there's Brewster collecting the ball. Brewster now with 2-on-2 opportunities. She's going to slow it down, reset the offense, get it to Wilkinson. Thought Wilkinson might have pulled it there and just didn't. Still maybe just trying to get a play in here. And there's Fitzgerald though with the three. That's up. That's no good. Brewster with the rebound. She's going to go back up with it. No foul call, but gets the bucket to go in. And I was getting ready to yell the and one, but no call.
Definitely looked like there was some contact there, but a great job getting the ball in the basket there.
Here's Head. Head going to go straight to the bucket. No good on an easy layup. The Vikings now can pull in within just 2 with a 3 here, or 3 within just the 2. Inside it goes to Brewster. Brewster, no call there either, but misses the easy jump shot from, I shouldn't say easy jump shot, she misses the jump shot from the free throw line. She had Liddell right in her face.
Yeah, Liddell definitely played that very well defensively.
This is definitely one of the most physical teams the Vikings have seen this year. And that was Jalen Head trying to save the ball, but wasn't able to collect her feet. And Michael, you've called a couple girls games with me, a couple boys games with me. This is probably the most physical team we've seen out of both teams all year long.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this game is definitely physical, and you see the aggressiveness on both sides of the ball.
Here's Machado now. Machado now gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, what is going on there? And it literally looked like number 23, Jalen Head, just wanted to give Wilkinson a hug from behind. And
you know, you mentioned the physicality of this game, and it's showing right now 100%.
5:18 to go here in the fourth. Down by 5 are the Lady Vikings. We're once down by down as by as many as 16. Here's Martin, back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for something, gives it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald cross court to Martin. Martin, she's gonna back it back out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over to Fitzgerald inside to Brewster. Brewster looking for a move. She goes up with it. That's good from Libby Brewster. Libby Brewster, only a junior though, starting with 4 seniors, and she shows why she deserves to be in that starting lineup every game. Just too clean with it is Libby Brewster. Liddell up with it. She answers right back though. 4:40 to go here in the fourth. 5-point game in favor of the East Lions. Here's Wilkinson to Martin. Back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Fitzgerald. Back to Martin. Martin with the 3. That's up. That's no good. Rebound goes to Edmondson. Edmondson has 2-on-1. She's going to go up with it, and she's going to get the foul called on Martin. She's going to go to the line for 2. But if you're Martin, that might be kind of a smart foul. She probably doesn't think that right now, and viewers are probably thinking, why would that be a smart foul? But Edmondson's struggling at the line today, and you know, you'd rather make her work for those 2 points instead of an easy layup. And she misses that first one.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, that is a smart foul technically. With the way the Lions have been struggling at the line, it's not a bad foul.
Edmondson only gets 1. It's back up to a 6-point lead, though, in favor of the East Lions. Definitely have to do some scoring here quickly. If you're the Vikings, Machado throws it up, gets the foul called. She'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be Cheyenne Green called with the foul, and she's been very quiet kind of in the rebound game today. It's all been Tylea Williams and Edmondson. First one's up and good.
You know, I think part of that has to go to Lily Machado. She's really had a great effort under the basket, and has really been very strong under the basket getting those rebounds.
Machado's second one, that's no good though. Keeps it to a 5-point game. 4 minutes to go here in the quarter. In the game. Can the Vikings pull it out? Here's Liddell. Inside it goes, and it's going to be taken away by Molly Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it to Brewster. Brewster left open underneath. She gets it up and in. 3-point game in favor of the East Lions. Vikings doing an incredible job here in the second half.
You know, you mentioned Libby Brewster, only a junior, but she plays as if she were a senior. I mean, she wears her heart on her sleeve, and you see it with every effort that she makes offensively.
And it looked like Coach Altidge called the timeout there. They didn't give it to him that time, and as Wilkinson was on the floor with it and got called with the travel. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Tylea Williams, and Brewster knew it right away, and that's a great job by Brewster to draw the foul.
17 foul.
Here comes now Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Martin. Back to Wilkinson it goes. Three can tie it here. Machado being double teamed, makes a move, goes up with it. Machado makes it to a 1-point game. 42-43 with 3:12 to go.
And you have to commend Lily Machado's effort tonight. She's really been doing great under the basket, and she's been effective getting the points as well.
What a comeback from these Lady Vikings. Need to hold them here. Williams goes up with a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, gets it back up, no good on the shot. It's going to go off of Williams and go the other way to the Lady Vikings. Vikings can take their first lead of the day with 2:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3 timeouts apiece for each team, 5 fouls for the Lady Vikings, 7 for the East Lions. So the Vikings are in bonus territory for the rest of this one. Here's Fitzgerald outside of Machado. Hands it off to Wilkinson, gets the screen from Machado. Wilkinson gonna drive, she goes up with it, she's fouled. No good on the shot, but she'll go to the line for 2 nonetheless.
Thought we were going to get an and one opportunity from you there.
Yeah, definitely was ready for it. I think everyone in this gym was ready for it, but Wilkinson's gonna go to the line for 2 now. 2-point opportunity here. Misses that first one. Could still tie it, 2:36 to go. Second one up, that one's good from Wilkinson. Tied up here in the fourth quarter.
No question about that second one. You know, after she missed that first one, she was ready to get that second one to tie this game up.
So here's Martin against Liddell. Hands it off to Williams. Williams, she maybe gonna try to find something against Brewster. Those two have been going at it all game, and it's been something to see. Here's Edmondson right underneath, and Edmondson is so good with the ball and underneath, and it's gonna be a timeout by head coach Kyle Brown of the East Lions. We'll see if it's a 30-second or a full. It is going to be a full, so we'll take a timeout ourselves. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here at the age, 2-point game. Vikings were able to tie it up, but Edmondson doing her work underneath and able to get it right back to a 2-point lead in favor of the Lions. Here it is inside the Brewster, outside to Machado. Machado jump shot, that's up, that's no good though. Rebound goes to Liddell. 2 minutes to go now, down by 2. How early do you maybe foul here if you're head coach Altidge, Michael?
You know, you still got a little bit of time left, so I think you let them play this possession out, and you know they don't.
That's going to be an over and back call there. I definitely thought he wasn't going to call it and thought it went off of Martin, but Martin had her definite distance.
And that's one thing about this Howell defense is they're very disciplined. They don't bite at the bit, and they let them work, and you know, they go when they can. They go when it's most effective, which is very disciplined on this team.
And that's going to be a takeaway. Fitzgerald tried to go to Martin, clear across court. Wilkinson going to make her go to the line now. Edmondson wasn't going to get the easy bucket there. No, it's going to be an on-the-floor foul. But still a good job that time by Wilkinson. Here's Williams. Williams gets across court to Liddell. Liddell trying to find some movement. And throws it towards Green and not able to. Here's Wilkinson back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with it. That's a bucket up and in. 45 all with 1:10 to go. Full court press still coming from the Lady Vikings. 1:04 to go. Big time game for the Lady Vikings. Martin able to push it away. There it goes inside to Edmondson. It's going to be a foul on Wilkinson. So it's 1-on-1 opportunity for Edmondson. 57 seconds to go. First one's up. That's good.
Got a significant roll there. You thought that thing was bouncing out, but got a good roll and it went in.
Yeah, that one bounced up a couple times before it went in. It looked like it was in the air forever. Second one's up. That one's also good. So Edmondson's struggling all day from the line, not there. Back to a 2-point lead. Here's now Martin over to Wilkinson. Back to Wilkinson. It goes from Fitzgerald. Wilkinson, she's going to drive. She throws it up, and there's no call on it. Now there's finally a call, and that was just a missed opportunity. I think that baseline ref was thinking there is definitely should have been an and-one opportunity for Wilkinson, but nonetheless, it's going to be Machado going to the line instead. It's a 1-on-1 opportunity. 42 seconds to go. Vikings down by 2. Machado misses it. Able to get her own miss, though, is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gives it to Brewster. Outside to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over to Martin. Martin, she's going to shoot it just inside the line. That's no good. Brewster able to collect the loose ball. Less than 30 to go. Gives it to Wilkinson. And they're going to call a timeout. Does head coach Altidge, he regret calling that timeout as Machado was wide open underneath the bucket, but still just maybe a good time here to reset as we've had some fast-paced basketball in the last 30 seconds and maybe trying to get a bucket in here.
Give this team an opportunity to regroup, and this is a huge possession here. So, that, you know, although they did have William Machado under the basket there, that's not a bad timeout because you give the team an opportunity to regroup, and this is a crucial possession here.
Yeah, not sure, Michael, if it's in your mind, but how quickly do you score here? Do you try to go right away, and if you miss, you get the fouls, or do you hold it out and maybe try to get that game-tying bucket or game-winning bucket?
You almost kind of want to play for the last shot, to be honest, but we'll see what the coach draws up here, and obviously Coach Altidge has a great game plan, and, you know, he's communicating with the team, but I'd like to see him play for the last shot, and let's see some overtime, you know?
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a game that can be won for the Vikings. And if you were talking to us maybe, 16 minutes ago of game time, we weren't too sure if that was a possibility. The Vikings only had 16 points in that first half. They're already at 45 with 26 seconds to go, so already matched more than their first half totals. Much better defensive performance and much better offensive performance here in the second half.
Definitely going into halftime, this game wasn't looking near like it is right now, and they got themselves an opportunity to get this game into OT.
45-47, less than 20 seconds to go. Last shot opportunity is coming for the Vikings. Wilkinson's going to move. She's going to drive. Outside it goes to Martin. Martin back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now she's going to go up with it. She's going to be blocked. It's going to be taken away. Oh, no, Brewster tries to take it away herself, and she's just going to foul Edmondson. And Edmondson going to push there, and they're see if they're call a timeout or not, or a foul. definitely a bad spot that time by Edmondson. That could really cost the Lions the game. Edmondson looking like, what did she do wrong? And that's definitely a good job by Gracie Wilkinson to calm herself down and just walk away. We'll see what they call here. So a lot of confusion is happening right now.
Sounds like both teams are going to get opportunities, but Howell will start out with the ball after the opportunities, is what it sounds like.
So 45-47, refs now meeting at exactly midcourt. Not sure what the call could be here. If it's just a normal, like, common foul against Edmondson, that'd be kind of mind-blowing to me, as she clearly just pushed Wilkinson there.
It sounds like both, from what I heard, and it sounds like
So
it
what we
sounds like
caught
there's
here,
a technical on the court here going against East, but it sounds like Vikings also committed a foul, so East will be getting a couple of shots.
So East will get the 1-1, and then there was a dead ball foul called against Yasmin Edmondson. That dead ball foul was then called technically a technical foul. So the Vikings will then get 2 shots and the ball. So right now, these free throws for Yasmin Edmondson are so crucial because, you know, if she misses, say, both of these here. So her first free throw's up, though. That's good. These are massive for Yasmin Edmondson. Is, you know, this makes it to a 4-point game, and then you have whoever going to the line for the Vikings for the 2 technicals. She misses the second one, so it's just a 3-point game, and the Vikings can put it to within 1. Still 4.7 seconds to go. Vikings will still have the ball after these free throws from Libby Brewster. Brewster gets the first one to go. 46-48. What a finish here, Michael. Second one up. That's good. 2 easy shots from Brewster. 1-point game.
On the line there. And now Vikings are getting the ball back here. As I mentioned before, going into half, this game looked a little unattainable, and they really turned it around here. As you can see, this team is relentless. They're relentless.
Put a mountain in front of them, they'll climb it. 47-48. Coach Altidge calling a 30-second timeout. And I'm just trying to think of the play here. You have 5 girls on the court that can all take that last second shot, and they're probably thinking it's going to go to Brewster. If you're the East Lions, you got to think it's going to Brewster, but maybe the other way, it's maybe going to Machado. There's so much talent. We've had 2 buzzer beaters for the boys this year. Can we get our first one for the girls?
As you mentioned, there's players all over the court that can take this shot. You know, I'm comfortable with any player having the ball in their hands. Surely with this 5-girl roster, you're in good hands. So let's see what they draw up here.
– 4.7 seconds. Wilkinson the inbound, and now it's going to be a full timeout for head coach East Lions. So about probably 2 minutes of timeouts here going, and just what a crazy finish that was in that last possession, and how costly that was by Yasmin Edmondson there for the East Lions. If the East Lions do pull this out, she's got to definitely be thanking her teammates and the basketball gods right now for watching over her, making sure this one's not blowing. If you're the Vikings, you pull this out and you're Yasmin Edmondson, it's definitely a mistake that will probably never happen again in her career.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you said it best. I believe it was Gracie Wilkinson. Great job keeping your head there. You know, that's an opportunity to where you can retaliate, and it's hard not to, but she did a great job keeping her head, gave her a technical, and now we got the ball back with an opportunity to win here.
So it's 47-48, 4.7 seconds to go on the court for the Vikings. Martin, Brewster, Fitzgerald, Machado, Wilkinson. Who else will it be? The only problem here, you got to think with only 4.7 seconds to go, who's inbounding it. Wilkinson's all the way on the far baseline on the far side of the basket. It's going to be inbounded, though, to Brewster. Here's Brewster. She's going to be driving. Brewster's just going to throw it up. She gets it up. No good. And that's maybe not the shot you wanted if you're Libby Brewster. But what a game we had here. We were kind of wondering what would be the second half that we'd be looking forward to at halftime. But what a second half that was for the Lady Vikings.
You know, we said it going into this game, although it did look unattainable at halftime. They're relentless. They stick in there every game, and they truly compete with everybody. As you see when playing as a group, they can compete with anybody out there.
So they were once down by the score of 16-31 at halftime. They scored 21 second half points, holding Fort Zumwalt East to only 48 in the game, and just what a performance from both teams. And Yasmin Edmondson, like I said, better be thinking the basketball gods watching over her today, because that could have been a big, costly call for her team.
Definitely. You know, I mean, as we mentioned, the Vikings did a great job keeping their head and staying in this game. As you mentioned, Yasmin definitely could have cost that team a little bit and could have been in a worse situation than what they are now, but they're going on with the win, and that's a great game. And as I mentioned before, another great effort from the Francis Howell Vikings.
So the final here today, Francis Howell 47, Fort Zumwalt East 48, and just what a performance from both teams. The Vikings will be back here at home and here on the Howell Activities Network against the Howell Central Spartans, and what a game. We'll be looking forward to that one, Michael. I will be here on the call. It'll either be my man Michael Harvey and I, or my man Josh Robinson and I on that call. We'll see you next week, though, folks. You're listening to Francis Howell Basketball on the Howell Activities Network. We'll see you next time.